It is Friday, December 22nd. The holiday season is upon us, and what better way to start off the season of giving than to pay homage to one of the best to ever do it in the state of Indiana. Good morning, everybody. Alongside my broadcast partner, Pete Smith, I'm John Cupo, and we are so excited to be a part of this magnificent Memorial Day tournament in honor of the great Phil Cox on the ISC Sports Network, as we've got two for you on a day full of basketball as we start off with the Kokomo Wildcats against the New Haven Bulldogs. And I'm going to bring in the coach himself right away, Pete Smith. And Pete, we know when we look on paper and we kind of look at everything here, home court advantage, we look at the stats, the whole kit and caboodle, it looks like Kokomo's going to run away with this thing. But we know one thing. Bruce Stevens did not bring his Bulldogs to this tournament just because they were invited. They're hungry, they're ready to go, and they got a Bulldog mentality right behind them along there. We'll play some quality basketball this morning.
Yeah, it's exciting to see them come down from Northeast Indiana to play in the Phil Cox tournament. They're going to be very competitive. They're not very tall size-wise, but they're fast. They want to play an up-tempo game, and against this Kokomo team sometimes, that can work.
This is the 10th year of the tournament. Kokomo has just above a 500 record here. They're holding it 5-4, stand pat. And the Bulldogs, their first appearance here in 2023, so they'll see if they can start off 1-0. Nice uniforms from the Bulldogs. Black uniforms with gold trim. We'll see a couple of these uniforms throughout the day. Pete, got Warren Central with the same color scheme. I know Mount Vernon also wears the black and gold. And
actually, their school colors are purple, New Haven. So they're going with the traditional black and gold, but they're purple and gold. They're a combination. Fort Wayne Harding High School closed and became part of the New Haven.
I don't know, Pete. You and I are both old school. We didn't have the alternative uniforms when we were playing.
No.
It was one and done.
No, but great to see the Bulldogs here against the Kokomo Wildcats. You mentioned their record. They're 6-2, the Wildcats are this season. 2 losses to 2 really great teams. The Fishers game, Fishers played outstanding to beat the Cats.
So we are underway. It's Bidunga, who didn't really get a challenge on that tip, but here we are underway in Kokomo.
Yeah, 2-3 zone starting out by the Bulldogs. Going to try to minimize the touches by Bidunga, but you can throw right over the top to him.
He gets it right away, down low, easy dunk for 2, and the Kansas commit puts Kokomo up 2-0.
Yeah, if they had a tall center in that 2-3 zone, it'd be a little bit more effective, but Coach Stevens not sure right now which defense he's going to settle into, talking to him before the game.
So Jadrian Azell front ironed it. Cats will push. Bellamy in the lane, no good. And that's going to go on Bidunga, so early foul for him. If there's any way that they're going to get in trouble, Pete, it's if that young man gets in foul trouble, and already a quick one.
Well, most of the time that's a pretty clean rebound, but must have been a push on the way up on the shot. First foul on Bidunga, and obviously a big key to this game is him staying in the game for the Cats for the best success.
Marius Wright, no good. Tried to save it, but couldn't keep it in bounds, so this is going to go in the way of the Cats.
The shooting's been a big question mark so far for New Haven. They've got good athletes. They've got some really quality kids, but they haven't shot the ball well here in the first 6 games of the season.
Beard skip pass. Over to Moore, down low. Another dunk. 4 points, 2 slams.
Yeah, no help side defense. Once you try to front him and they throw over the top, that baseline guy in that zone has to be there to try to take a charge and or steal or wall up at least to him. Typical man-to-man defense for the Wildcats. They kind of lay their hat on that and play great defense when you got a rim protector like Flory Bidunga in there, as you see him on defense. Yeah.
Already tried to get it down there. Blocked off.
Going to get Bellamy on the foul there.
So Tarver Baskerville. That's going to go on Zion Bellamy. It'll be his first, team second. Baskerville to inbound. He'll get it into Azell, and he'll run the offense.
It changes your offensive scheme, John, because you know if you do make a nice drive, there's always a rim protector there. And it just makes you lose a little bit of confidence at driving the ball to the basket.
There is Azell. Got it in down low, and the ball's on the floor, and it's going to come up in the hands of Bellamy. He'll push. Cats with tempo. Knocked out of the hands, but into the... Moore was right there to pick it up. They'll swing it. Out to the corner to Rogers. He'll put it up top to Beard.
Carson Rogers has some great games this season.
Down low, kick out. Pocket three. Off the glass, no. Rebounded by Bulldogs. Into the lane. Right hand just easily swatted away by Badunga.
He about took it out of his hand, John, before he shot it. Yeah,
Three
made
ball.
the extra pass. I like that. Didn't make the shot, but made the extra pass there.
Offensive rebound. Rogers, no. Ball in the air. Tipped away. And Badunga with good hustle to recover that one. Had a one-on-one with DeMarcus Wright. And it was big number 40 who came down with it. But good headsy play there by James Hardy. Turnover.
Remember when kids used to catch the ball with both hands? They like to use their hands like ping pong paddles now, just knock it down. And that would drive me crazy as a coach. Catch the ball with two hands so you're more efficient and quick. But stopped any kind of fast break New Haven had there just because they didn't catch the ball cleanly.
Here's Hardy now. Take the three. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Bellamy. Rogers cut off. Bellamy. Down low. Rogers lost it, and that's going to be a hold. That'll go on to Marcus Wright. That'll be his first.
Yeah, replay here. Rogers has had 3 double-doubles this season. So what a great secondary weapon inside. Typically, he scored at Flory, outscored Flory a couple games.
Badunga with the left, just too big.
You know, we've had the opportunity on ISC Network to do a lot of Kokomo games since Flory Badunga's come to Kokomo High School, and the improvement level each year just keeps getting better and better. He couldn't make that move, John, even last year, a dribble move into the paint and score it so easily.
Zell front ironed it, no good. Now Beard over to Moore, down low to Badunga, pulls it back out. Now he'll run the offense.
Well, he doesn't do what he can't do. He knows what he can do. And
Rogers,
he
good
really
look,
well.
and that was blocked. So good defense by DeMarcus Wright. Pushed ahead, and that'll stay with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Reese Beard on the defensive coverage there. Great football player for Kokomo, and kind of like as the glue, he's just that fifth key guy. Plays great defense. He's a verbal leader here for the Cats, Reese Beard, and that outstanding football player. I will say New Haven's been patient. Again, you're probing that defense, trying to figure out how close can I get to the basket without Badunga influencing me either on the shot block or just knowing he's around.
Hardy, right hand, got it. So he had to use his offhand to get past the big Badunga, but he gets two, and that puts the Bulldogs on the board, 6-2. 3 ball, canned it.
Moore.
Barris Moore hits a triple, 9-2.
First-year player for the Wildcats, played at Taylor High School last year. Still getting acclimated to the new teammates and the new offense. Kokomo, I think, is just going to get better during the season. They've done that under John Peckinpah.
3 ball, back iron, no good. Badunga with the rebound. Down low, Badunga, left hand, just dunked.
I don't know how long he can stay in that defense. I know you held him to 11 right there. We've had a timeout before the ball was thrown in. Coach Stevens had got Steve Mazinga's attention, the official on the baseline.
So we'll call a timeout. We'll keep it here. Today's game is brought to you by the Kokomo Vipers. Soccer is back in Kokomo. Catch the Vipers in 2024. And online now at KokomoVipersFC.com. Also by Coca-Cola of Kokomo. Proud to keep the Cats hydrated both on the court and in the classroom. And also by Golico and Daly, work injury lawyers. Learn more at IndiaWorkers.com and IndyMalpractice.com.
Matt Galitko of Galitko and Daly. Matt was an outstanding player here in this county. He played at Mechanicawa High School and then played college basketball at Lafayette. He played college golf at Lafayette. And he played college baseball at Lafayette out in Pennsylvania. So Matt Galitko and Daly, great sponsors of ours.
So the question here is, Pete, is he's 4 for 4 shooting from the field and 3 dunks. There's really no answer for big number 40 right now. So what do you do on the impact that he has had already in just the first about 6 minutes here in the contest?
I think with the lineup Kokomo's playing, now granted I've had the benefit of doing 3 of their games this year, seeing them play 3 times. I think you go man to man and you don't guard Reese Beard very much because he's not really looking to score, and you play the second guy either behind or in front of Flory Badunga. But even that doesn't work. But obviously the zone, as long as Coach Kokomo doesn't throw it around and lose it, if they're patient. Now Kokomo is going to press the issue, go 1-3-1 to try to pick up the tempo a little bit here.
Underneath, no good. Backside rebound, no good. And that's going to go with the Wildcats. Coca-Cola would like to welcome all of our guests to Howard County this holiday weekend. Coca-Cola of Kokomo has been enriching the lives of residents of North Central Indiana since 1907. Coca-Cola of Kokomo is proud to partner with 26 schools to make sure students stay hydrated in the classroom and on the field of play. Find out more at cckokomo.com. And Badunga just lost it trying to slam it home again with the left hand. Just fell out of his fingertips, so if there's one way to stop him, just let him do it himself, I guess.
May have been a little deflection by Chris Stewart there, but as we take a look at it, a rim cam right there. He got all ball, Stewart did. It was a good no call, and I think maybe during the timeout, Coach Stevens has talked about maybe being a little bit more physical with the Cat Center there because they're trying to beef him up a little bit. They've moved Cottrell into the middle of that zone now, moved Hardy down to the right baseline to give him a little bit of a different body to feel, I think, as he's trying to find his post up. This works sometimes for a lob either to Badunga or Rogers.
And here's an open 3, wide open, front ironed it, no good. Rebound by Hardy. And here's Chris Stewart, makes his way onto the floor. Coach Bruce Stevens into the lane. Just nowhere to go with that one. The ball got in the air but came straight back down from Badunga. That's his 3rd block.
I mean, they're not bad choices when you're playing schools that don't have a 6'9" eraser there in the paint.
And that ball blocked by Jeremiah Cottrell.
Yeah, New Haven's very athletic. They just haven't shot the ball well yet this year. It's a marathon and not a sprint. Coach Stevens is hoping that they'll find that shooting range and terminating shots. And for this game, it's tough because you can make great drives and just get it swatted out like you and I have seen.
Nice backdoor look. Reese Beard just appeared out of nowhere, got behind the defense, put it in, and got fouled. So he'll go to the line to attempt the 3-point play.
Yeah, New Haven really flat-footed on that out-of-bounds play. That's part of the problem, John, when you play a 2-3 zone. You just kind of get stationary, and they were not ready for that inbounds pass. Reese Beard made him pay. Nice pass, too.
And can't finish it off. During that trip is Corbin Hamill, 6'3" sophomore.
Excuse me, straight man-to-man on this possession. They were 1-3-1 last out of the timeout. Whoa!
3 ball, in and out. Badunga with the rebound. Playing point guard, pushes it up. Double team, throws it away. And White handles it. 2-on-1, left hand, no good. Backside rebound. And puts it up. Good concentration from Jeremiah Cottrell, the 6'3" senior. Gets on the board, 13-4, under a minute here left in the first quarter.
Corbin Hamill playing point now against that 2-3 zone. Corbin played at New Haven last year as a freshman. Transferred to Kokomo here, so he's playing against some of his old teammates, number 4.
Down low, knocked away.
He wasn't inbounds.
Oh, it landed in the hands of Chris Stewart, but
Chris tried to do everything he could to get his feet inbounds before he could catch it.
He did. That back heel was on the line and tried to play it off very, very conveniently, but our referee said, no, I'm sorry, sir. Those pink shoes, I could see him quite brightly.
Davion Young checked in. He's on the right block, or left block as you're watching from your comfort of your TV screen and or camera or mobile device you're watching on.
Number 20, Lavelle Ledbetter. And for Coach Bruce Stevens. And got a hand on that one.
If something's going to catch up with this Kokomo team this season, they don't always make the easy pass. They try to throw over the zone a lot, through the zone a lot, and turnovers have been their big bugaboo. The Fishers game Though Fishers has an outstanding defense.
To the lane. About 25 left on the clock. It's Rogers. Ball knocked out. Rogers. And that was Bother. There's 3 black jerseys there. We'll see who it was on.
Going to go up for the shot, though, who get rewarded with a pair of free throws here.
So it'll be on Lavelle Ledbetter as first, and Roger was shooting on that one.
Lavelle Ledbetter only a freshman this year, pretty promising player out of Northeast Indiana at New Haven.
Roger sinks a first, gets his first notch in the scorebook this morning.
Now Rogers pretty good free throw shooter. So look at that right block. Let's see if New Haven should be doubling down and the other guy should take the shooter. Didn't happen.
Back iron.
Good block out though. Held the block out pretty strong there by Chris Stewart. Yeah. Held his ground well.
6 seconds. Hardy has to hurry.
Do they know how much time? They just looked at the clock.
Stewart sees the clock. He's got to shoot it, and he traveled. So Chris Stewart kind of got no man's land, didn't see the clock, had to hurry, moved his feet, turnover. And not much really that the Wildcats will be able to do here unless they can just kind of throw it down to number 40, see if he can tip it.
I think they'll throw it at least to someone past the 10-second line if they can. Nope, they're not going to. Just eat it.
And it wouldn't have counted if it went in, but nonetheless, the Cats, after 1 quarter play, hold a 10-point advantage. We're going to take a break. You're watching the New Haven Bulldogs versus the Kokomo Wildcats at Phil Cox Memorial Tournament on the ISC Sports Network.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't. Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
Now for more than 30 years, the Indy Card Exchange has been your trusted source for buying and selling trading cards of all kinds. And they are refining the game of professional grading with consultation services to save you time and money. Go to IndyCardExchange.com for more information and to see how you can make money off of your card collection. Alongside my broadcast partner, the coach, Pete Smith, I'm John Cupo, and we are here at the Phil Cox Memorial Tournament in Kokomo, Indiana. Memorial Gym on was a little wet and windy Friday morning here on December 22nd. Not the typical December weather as a Cleveland guy. You know, we've got about 9 feet of snow and it's coming down in bushels. About 50 and wet here just north of the Circle City in Indianapolis. We've got a great slate of basketball here for you today on the ISC Sports Network.
Kokomo just playing man-to-man defense, and New Haven again. Badunga blocked 2 shots that first quarter, but he influenced about 5 just by his presence and his length in there at 6'9".
Here's Rogers. Open 3. Front iron no good. Badunga didn't even have to jump. Nice pass to a cutting Reese Beard to get his 4th point.
He is such a willing passer. I mean, that's hard to teach as a coach sometimes. You can do a lot of things wrong, but the 2 things you can't do enough of is rebounding and sometimes passing if you're a big man that gets doubled like he does.
Hardy now trying to back down on Badunga, passes it out. Caught in the lane was Ledbetter.
A lot of dribbling by the Bulldogs, and that usually plays into the hands of Kokomo defensively. That's a good thing for the Wildcats.
Knocked away Rogers.
Rogers can be a highlight film. He's got some great ups. And again, another young man that's improved a lot. Played off the bench last year as their 6th and 7th man. Really had a good summer. He's gotten stronger. I think some college is going to be very fortunate to get him when his career's over here at Kokomo High.
Rogers at 6'6", averages about 16 a night. Devin White in the lane, back ironed it no good. Rogers fighting for the rebound, kind of everywhere, and yikes. Devin White kind of put 2 hands over the back of Corbin Hamill. He'll get whistled for the foul there.
You know, 1 quarter into this, John, and defensively, New Haven's done all right. He's giving up some easy dunks. They just can't score right now. They're just not scoring. They're going to stay in this 2-3. If you just joined us, they played 2-3 the entire first quarter, and they tried to limit the touches. The guards aren't shooting it, but they've been patient and found a high-low a few times to Badunga.
3 ball from the corner, nothing but cord. Davian Young hits a triple, extends the lead to 15 with 6:10 left here in the second quarter. Jump ball.
That plays right into the strength of Reese Baird. He's a really good defensive player on dribble drives like that. Quick hands, and it's going to take a break out right now. It's going to take a little quick break as Bellamy checks back in.
The new issue of Hoosier Basketball Magazine is being printed, so you can order now by calling or texting 317-925-8200. Many of the state's outstanding seniors are pictured on the front cover. Great publication issued throughout the whole state of Indiana. 3 ball canned it. Bellamy. Maybe that young man will end up on the cover of Indiana Hoosier Basketball Magazine.
He is only a junior. He'll be
right.
back for the Cats. He started last year as a sophomore.
A stroke like that, he's got a. I know Peckinpah's got a lot of confidence in that young man, and a turnover for New Haven. And speaking of Coach John Peckinpah, just want to make a note that his dad, John Sr., is a little bit under the weather this morning and couldn't attend today's festivities to watch son lead his Cats here this morning. And so we know he's watching at home, and just want to say we want you to feel better. We're thinking about you.
Bellamy with a pretty deep 3, a step longer than he probably, or farther out than he should have shot it.
There's Ledbetter, good turnaround. Nice turnaround from Lavelle Ledbetter, just a freshman.
Yeah, he's a bright spot on this season so far for the Dogs. New Haven has gone to their man-to-man defense now. A little run and jump there on the trap, trying to speed the Cats up.
Rogers, and just a little miscommunication there between the two seniors, Rogers and Badunga. Turnover.
Now, there are times I think when I've seen Carson Rogers, he could do a little bit more. Like, he could have shot that ball, but he's really trying to get Badunga, get him going offensively, and caused a turnover there with a bad choice.
And a nice take from Aquarian Johnson. He gets on the board.
Another freshman, John.
As this New Haven team, very young.
Well, and when you think Hamill should be playing with these guys, if he wouldn't have moved. Corbin Hamill, number 4 for Kokomo.
Nice look from Badunga. Davian Young couldn't finish, but he got fouled in the process. He's going to go to line for 2. That's on Ledbetter. That's his second. And back iron.
Coming in is Andrew Barker. He's a 6'5 junior, gives the Cats some nice depth in the post. They also have AP Mitchell on the bench, 6'5 also, that comes off and gives good time paint-wise for him when they get into foul trouble particularly.
And Young hits the second. Jeremiah Cottrell re-enters for the Bulldogs. The lead is 15, coming up on 4 minutes left here in the first half. Game 1 of a full slate of basketball in honor of the great Field Cox here on the ISC Sports Network all day. Hardy for 3. Back iron, that ball is going to go out of bounds and off of Badunga.
We've not made it a point of talking about this, but Johnny Washington is not with the team today playing for New Haven. He is their team's leading scorer. He averages over 18 a game. So changes your offensive scheme. Badunga with his 3rd block.
Stewart got into the lane. Badunga blocked him, but Cottrell was right there to clean it up. Puts in his 4th point. 13-point advantage for the Cats.
I like the idea they're doubling on that ball screen on the wing, but you can't reach in with those hands. You just need to move your feet, stay wide, and use your arm length to force the turnover and get them out of their offense. Their fouls are starting to mount up here.
Quaylon Johnson, his first. That's the Third team foul. There's a
There
good
you go. I
steal
like
by
that.
Stewart. He's got to hurry. And he was able to lay it in.
Kind of took
It was,
took his time.
yeah, I was going to say. Needed a calendar to time him on that layup, but he got there eventually. 3-ball. Canned it.
Hamill. No man's laying behind the backboard there, that baseline dribble.
Bellamy all the way to the cup and finishes with the left.
Oh, baby.
Mid-range jumper, back iron, no good. Young tracks it down. Front iron, no good. Rims out to Devin White. He'll get it in the hands of Stewart. And Owen.
Again, you don't get a block shot on that play, but there just by being in the lane where he's supposed to be.
Down to Badunga. Left hand just can't stop. Here's a steal. Rip away. Left hand, got it. Nice kiss off the glass from Jadrian Ezell. To the cup with the right. And just a big bear paw.
Probably shouldn't take it right now, John. Here we take a look at it. I mean, it just barely leaves his hands, and Flory Badunga just jumps up and swats.
So now about 40.
Oh, and Mitchell on the rebound, yeah.
A
Only-
good follow-up by Hardy.
Through. He slightly got a piece of that ball, and that was enough. Things like that.
So Baskerville, and that's a turnover. 34-17 with just under 15 ticks left. Mid-range jumper, no good. Good backside rebound.
Good job of screening out Badunga, allowing his teammate to get that weak side board. Not a lot of offensive boards so far. Is not surprising. Definitely one of the strengths of the Wildcats when you got Rogers and Badunga inside.
Second, Baskerville gets on the board. Under 10, and he nails it at the buzzer. Zion Bellamy to get in double digits with 10. I needed a defibrillator after that one. It's been a great first half. It's been a great day to start out. It's 37-18.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com.
Here in Kokomo, Indiana, it's the New Haven Bulldogs taking on the Kokomo Wildcats. And I'm John Cupo. And Pete, I mean, we kind of, the number 40 that I don't think anybody was taken aback on, not all the paint as everybody's familiar with. Number 40 is going to get you. He's either going to get the shot or he's going to alter it in some sort of way.
Well, you know, they've done some things well, but against a team with this much talent and a great player, and again, trying to find themselves. They don't have their leading scorer available to play today.
Riding a 4-game losing streak, trying to put the pieces back together, coming off. They haven't played. Again, you mentioned it. Johnny Washington, their top scorer. They played just under a week ago. Always a good test for them, but it's, I guess, what Rogers. It's ISC Sports Network.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
40, 50 seasons. As long as your heart holds out, that is. Corey and Schultz every Tuesday night. You can watch it right here on the ISC Sports Network, on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Sports Network.
We outlasted Twitter.
We did.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at We go to work when you can't. Have you been injured at work? Visit Go and Daly.